Welcome to our weekly meetup with Crime Prevention Supervisor with the Boise Police Department. Ed Fritz joins us because it is a special month. We talk about these topics quite a bit in a given year, but now we have a whole month dedicated to it. So, Ed, let's tell everyone what's going on.
You know, amongst other themes for October, it's also Cybersecurity Month. And so obviously a great time to, take a look at those little pieces here and there that keep us safe online, just because there's so much that we do every single day. It's now part of our life is being online, whether it's for work, whether it's for play, whether it's for, doing bills, stuff like that. Everything happens, virtually anymore and online anymore. So it's always good to review procedures, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, just stuff to keep us safe. Just because, one link here and there that we click on, one email that we get can send us in a downward spiral of having to clean up so much stuff after the fact.
Yeah, you and I have both gone through identity theft, and I know a lot of people that have, and it was so funny because we're bringing this up because our company has like just these amazing training sessions and all the stuff we have to go through for cybersecurity. But guess who clicked on a link that looked super official because she was going too quick? And now I have to lose 30 more minutes out of my life to do some more cybersecurity training. And I'm pretty good about spotting this stuff, but man, it was good. So, the phishing and all that, that's getting just even more sophisticated as time goes on. So what are you guys seeing the most that's happening right now in the Treasure Valley, especially going into the holiday season? We're going to be shopping online and all that good stuff. So what's going on right now that we should be probably tuned into?
I know we do see a lot of just that whole phishing emails, those phishing texts, things of that nature. And so that's always a good thing to be aware of, because if you have email, whether it's work or home, it's possible you're going to get someone trying to phish you to get on the link, to click on wherever, to fall for the scam with it. So just be wary. If it comes from someone that you don't recognize, if it's just some random thing out of the mail, delete it. Don't click on anything in there. If it looks like it's supposed to be meant for work from a supervisor, for stuff like that, look into that too, because we've seen people get emails from companies before when they're trying to close on a house, because they had the person trying to scam them had the right information, and so they sent an email out of the blue trying to get financial information, and because they thought it was coming from a property management company, a mortgage company, that they lost, thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars because they clicked on a link, they transferred money to these folks. And it can happen too easily. It just, we let our guard down. We're not paying attention to stuff like that. And so be aware of those emails, delete what you don't have, especially from like an unknown sender. And especially just don't click if you don't know in the end.
Right. Yeah. And even if you do know, like you brought up a really good point, even if you do know the people, sometimes like you see it happen with people's Facebook profiles, they get hacked and somebody gains access and they're able to, kind of work their way around somebody's email list or whatnot. So I always say, be super, super careful. If you're not expecting an attachment from someone, don't click on it because it just takes that second for somebody to gain access to your computer and all your privileged information. And like we both know, that sucks trying to get that cleaned up. It can be like a year process trying to get that done. So all important stuff is, especially like I said, as we're heading into the holiday season. And you gave us a great graphic this week that I'll go ahead and post as well too, that people could download just to kind of keep it maybe close. Maybe you could send it, like I need to send this to my dad, because we talk about my dad every now and again and how many things he clicks on every week, and he's always getting stuff and his computer's stolen. So I love my dad. But here's something that I always recommend to people too. Go through all those email subscriptions that you do over a given year and unsubscribe to the ones that you don't need anymore. Because sometimes, you get weird emails from those people too. So I think just all great ideas. Anything else that we should know?
We always talk about passwords. We talk about Wi-Fi, stuff like that. Just really recommend, if you're going to be doing work stuff, if you're going to be doing financial stuff, anything that has importance where you're sharing financial information, personal information, public Wi-Fi is never the best for that. So if you're in the coffee shop and you say you're banking on your phone, maybe not the best idea, because on those open open networks, your stuff is visible to really anyone who has the know and technology to get it from there. And so be very cautious for that. I know at our work and many other workplaces around that we talk to, they recommend, do a VPN, do a virtual private network on there. And so you have those protections if you have to try to do the information from there.
Right.
And just the password piece, whether it's multi-factor authentication where you enter in your password, then you get an email or you get a text authorizing stuff like that. The more layers you have there, while it's kind of a pain, can be a pain sometimes, the better you're protected, better your information is protected from getting stolen, getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, more and more businesses I know are going to that, authentication, that MFA or whatever they call it, multiple, I forget, but I like it actually. So, and it is like you said, another layer of security to have to, really okay somebody's access to your stuff. So, and then, also a great piece to that too is McAfee or any of that security software too that you can put on your computer just to make you extra safe. And then what I always do too is using my personal hotspot when I'm out and about, and if I have to do something for work, then because it's password encrypted. So that's always a great thing to do too, to, like you said, don't use public Wi-Fi if you're doing personal stuff, because then get access to your computer. So fantastic. All right. It is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. I love it. So I'm going to go and take my new security training that I have to do. And hopefully I'm not going to click on any more weird links that my company tries to goof us up with. But just think about it. If you click on one thing, it could take down our whole entire company. And we're exactly. Hundreds and hundreds of radio stations and media outlets all across the world. So, that's not a good thing. I don't want to be known for that. And hopefully nobody else does either that's watching this. So all great words of wisdom this week. And once again, we'll put everything in the post. And if people have a question or they need to reach out to report a cyber theft or some kind of issue that they're having, what should they do, Ed?
Questions as always. If you have any questions, feel free to call the Boise Police Department, just that general information number, 570-6000. If you need to report a crime, the best is going to be through dispatch, probably non-mercy dispatch in these cases, 208-377-6790. Going back to Crime Stoppers, if they have anything they'd like to report anonymously and possibly earn a reward, 343cops.com.
Okay, perfect. Well, once again, Ed, thank you so much. It's been great talking with you, and we'll keep cyber safe for the rest of the month and the rest of the year and next year.
Sounds great.
All right, bye-bye.